Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer. I'm the new librarian here at Keene Public Library. I look forward to meeting all of you in person, but just because we haven't met in person doesn't mean I can't share a story with you. So I have a very special story for you today. I guarantee you have never heard this story before because I made it up myself. I didn't completely make it up myself. This is my retelling of a Norwegian folktale by Peter Christen Asbjørnsen. And here's the thing, he didn't make it up himself either. He was retelling an even older story called Cupid and Psyche. Cupid. Have you heard that name before? You may have. You often hear about Cupid around Valentine's Day. They draw pictures of him as this little baby floating around on Valentine's Day, making people fall in love. Well, back in ancient times, Cupid wasn't just a baby at Valentine's Day. He had other stories where he was a kid and grew up. And this is the story of how Cupid fell in love.
Once upon a time, there was a miller who had 4 daughters, one with hair as black as night, one with hair as red as fire, one with hair as golden as the sun, and one with hair as brown as the soil. Her name was Psyke. The queen of the land had a son, and though she loved her son very much, she loved her own beauty even more. The queen had a magic mirror that would show her the most beautiful person in the kingdom, and as long as it showed the queen her own reflection, she was happy. But one day, the mirror showed Psyke. The queen was furious and sent an enchanted dragon to burn down Psyke's village. Psyke begged the dragon to spare her village. The dragon was impressed by the boldness of the girl and agreed to spare the village if Psyke would come and live in his dragon's den and be his maid. Psyke agreed and left with the dragon. She was very scared to leave her home and live in a dragon's den. She expected it to be a cold, dark place. What would you expect a dragon's den to be? Psyke was shocked when she arrived at a beautiful home. The door was human-sized, and the dragon wouldn't even fit inside. Psyke turned to the dragon to ask why his house was so small for him, but she found that he had disappeared. "Oh, where did you go, dragon?" Psyke asked. "I'm here," said a voice, "and I'm not a dragon. I'm a boy. My name is Elsker." He told her all about the queen being jealous and him being enchanted. "I have to stay invisible, or the queen will use her power over me to come and find you." Elsker and Psyke soon became friends. Then they became good friends and best friends, and finally they fell in love. One day, Psyke went to visit her family and told her sisters all about Elsker. "We saw him as a dragon. Have you forgotten how he threatened to burn down our village? What do you really know about him? After all, if he's invisible, how do you know he's really a boy?" Psyke tried to ease their fears, but she too was beginning to wonder what Elsker's true face was. That night, Psyke snuck into Elsker's room. As she leaned over the bed with her candle, she was horrified at what she saw. She saw not the grotesque face of a dragon, but the handsome face of the prince. Psyke was so startled that she spilled a drop of wax on the prince's forehead. "Ouch!" he cried. "Oh no, Psyke, what have you done? Now my mother will find you." As he finished saying this, the queen appeared. "I knew you would be trouble," the queen told Psyke. "You think you can charm my son and take my crown?" No! Psyke tried to object, but the queen would not listen. She used her magic to send Elsker to the Winter Palace, east of the sun and west of the moon. Psyke begged the queen to let her see Elsker again. The queen looked at the peasant girl. "I will make you a deal. You can marry Elsker if you bring me a cloak as black as night, shoes as red as fire, and a crown as golden as the sun." "I'll do it," Psyke said. She raced home to her sisters. She explained all about the queen and her bargain, and she begged her sisters for locks of their hair. They agreed, And so Psyke wove a cloak as black as night. She sewed shoes as red as fire, and she braided a crown as golden as the sun. Psyke brought these to the queen. The queen was very pleased to have such finery, and she gave her blessing for Elsker and Psyche to marry. And they lived happily ever after.
So that's my retelling of East of the Sun, West of the Moon by Peter Christen Asbjørnsen. I hope you enjoyed it. I had lots of fun putting this together. So we do have East of the Sun, West of the Moon here at the library in a fairy tale anthologies that we have here. We also have other stories by Peter Christen Asbjørnsen as well. And we do have the original story, Cupid and Psyche. I know, you can't come into the library and check them out right now, but I do have links to ebooks down in the description. So have lots of fun, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!